All right, we are going to proceed with this project by filling out each class separately in a separate video. I'll start with the vending machine manager, and then we'll do vending machine, and then we'll do the main program that utilizes these classes and kind of does the order of operations of things. So, just some tips before we really dig in here. This is a little bit of a longer project, time wise. And it's got some more lines of code than our other projects so far. So, what I suggest is not trying to code along with me, but rather just watch and listen and try and catch things and put together things so they make more sense to you, and try and understand why certain things are occurring, why I'm doing it certain ways. There's not just one way to write this program. There's many ways to write this program, but try and piece things together to help understanding. And if you're trying to code along at the same time as me, it's probably going to be a little bit frustrating because you might miss a little bit. You might have to pause the video and type. But what I'm going to do is I'll attach this vending machine manager Python code as an attachment to this video. And I'll do the same with vendingmachine.py and main.py in the next videos. So what I'd encourage you to do, follow along, try and piece things together, listen, pick up on little things, and then download the files yourself and run it yourself, and try and tweak some things if you'd like, and look through the code and run the code on your machine afterwards. So that's my suggestion, just to get the most out of this. I'm not going to be programming these exactly the same way as I would if I were doing it on my own. I want to be conscious of your guys' time, and I would be spending too much time debugging and testing code snippets and going one thing at a time. So it's a little bit different, but what I'm going to do to save your time and to give you the big picture a little bit more efficiently is that's why I'm filling out one class at a time and then main. In real programming, I would most likely be filling out a method at a time, or the bare bones of each method and some bare bones of main, and testing out methods, and eventually the whole program coming together. So it is a little bit different in that way. Just wanted to point that out. All right, with that said, let's get into Vending Machine Manager. I do have a template for me to follow here, so I'm not just making this up on the fly, again, to try to be efficient with it. So for Vending Machine Manager, we're going to want to start with our init method. Now, if you recall, we can just do underscore init, and then we put self in there as the parameter. And init will initialize whatever variables we'd like associated with objects, with Vending Machine Manager objects. So what I'm going to do is for the object, self.machines is going to be the only variable we really need to track here. And this is going to be a dictionary of our machine, our vending machine objects. So that will be populated eventually. So when we add a machine, let's define an add machine function. Again, self is the first parameter. We're going to use location as our identifier. The location of the vending machines, for example, mall or airport or store. We could use something like a serial number as well, but location will be simple for our purposes. We're going to take in the inventory and the max quantity of stock per item, and inventory will be the dictionary of our items. So these are the things we want to take in when we actually create a machine or add a machine to our vending machine manager. So let's say if location in self.machines print machine already exists at location. So we're just saying If someone's trying to add a machine, but there's already one there, then let's not add it again. You could see that being an issue if we're wanting multiple machines at a location. But again, just one way of writing our program. There's a lot of modifications we could make if we desired. Else, self.machines, location. Location will be our key here. Equals, we're going to create a new vending machine object, taking in inventory, location, max quantity. So we're taking in these parameters from our add machine and we're creating new vending machine objects with those parameters. And then we'll print added new machine at location. Okay, so we can add a machine. We're keeping, we just created a machine object with the key being the location and the value being the vending machine object. So we just populate objects into our dictionary here. And that's where that's being kept track of in our vending machine manager. Now, if we want to select a machine, let's do select machine. Self is the first parameter, location. And this is going to be where we can select the machine to perform operations on it, such as selecting an item that we want to buy. If location is in self.machines, then we'll actually return the object, the machine object, based on the key of the location. We're assuming that the location key is unique in this instance. Otherwise, we'll print no machine found at location if they're trying to return a machine that does not actually exist in our inventory yet, and we'll just return none. All right, most of our methods are built out. We have one more method to build, and that is, let me add a space here. You'll notice in classes, let's see. Actually, never mind. We'll just move on. Display all machines, self. So this is if we want to display all the machines that we have in our machine manager. Available vending machines for location machine. So for key value in our dictionary, location and machine will refer to the key and the value in our dictionary in self.machines.items, which expands our dictionary in key value pairs. Let's print each one of those. Let's do location and money earned. Let's see, I like revenue earned as a better word there. Revenue earned. Machine.total money. This will be a value of the machine, vending machine class. Machine, an attribute of it, total money. And then we're going to do colon.2f, which helps with, it makes it into a dollar format, 2 decimal places. This F is for formatting. 2 decimal places is what this Python variable will be expressed as, which is as what we're used to with dollars and cents. So I'm going to save that. And that's our vending machine manager. We see we do have an error vending machine because it's not defined yet. We haven't defined our vending machine class, but we can now add machines, select the machine, and display all machines. And again, this code will be attached to the lecture, so you can download it. And once we're done with the other 2 programs, we can put it all together. All right, we'll see you in the vending machine class.